All right, welcome back, calls. We're back at Crescent Lake. First day in a while it hasn't rained, which is nice. You guys have been up to some interesting stuff. Travis, why don't you tell us about your venture at PPA Challenger this past weekend?
It was an adventure. Yeah, man, they're tough days. Like they're long days. Conditions are a little suspect. Lights are bad. You know, long wait times between matches. Not a lot of amenities, to say the least, at the particular venue we were at. So just a lot of people baking in the sun, waiting hours and hours for the next match. And you know, there's a lot of good players in there. There's a lot of guys trying to make their way. And I think Graham had the best assessment, which is basically like the people who got lucky enough, like myself and others, to get their contracts when they did and not have to grind through this process should be extremely grateful, because there's a lot of good players out there fighting for spots, and it's tough. Like, so, yeah, you know, my body fell apart personally. I played a lot of matches and my knee just fucking gave out. But yeah, you know, it's funny because I just think they're overfilling the draws, but ultimately they're not going to say no to the money. But the draws were huge and the days were very, very long.
Yes, I saw there were a lot of big names in the draw though. People that like play on the regular PPA tour.
Yeah.
Is that because it's in Florida? Is that why you think we saw?
Yeah, it was by far the most challenging challenger that existed. The level was high. Like James Delgado was there with Steven Madonia, and that was probably the story of the event. The kid Will Schaefer, I don't know who his partner was, but they waxed them like 4-3 or 4-1 or something. We're playing a very, very aggressive brand. It was also interesting because, you know, as everyone is probably aware, they were going through this process of a new paddle system, like whatever the new certification was. So I showed up with my Roadrunners and they're essentially like, those aren't cleared yet. They're not passed. And, you know, that I wasn't the only paddle. There were a lot of paddles that weren't certified. So they ended up handing me some all black, blacked out UPA paddle. And I think it was a Versix. It looked like a Versix. Soft as could possibly be. And it was kind of hysterical. It was like, all right, I guess this is what I'm playing with.
Why did you get to pick your own? Why did they just hand you one?
I think at that particular time, you know, Proton was trying to figure it out and just didn't want their players using another product. And so, you know, I was okay with it. I get that. It just didn't, you know, it's still not worked out. Like there's a lot of brands at Cincinnati right now that have their players playing with something else. Like Tyra Black is using something different. I don't even know what Gabe is using. Dieskis was using a Yole this week. Like it's a weird time, and a weird time to do it like during mid-year. Like I guess they always said it, but I don't think all the companies kind of knew the exact metrics to go by. So a lot of people's paddles just didn't pass.
Yeah. Do you know the story there, Graham?
I do.
Go ahead.
I tried to, because it happened to Dwell too, but I knew it was coming. It wasn't a surprise. It basically, you got provisionally certified through September. And then the new certification that they're coming out with now is for 2026. So there's this strange 3-month period where if you are provisionally approved, there's a gap now between September and December 31st. And so almost every company was affected, including Yola. If you look, a lot of the Yola players are playing different shapes they normally play because not all the Yola shapes were fully certified. And so basically, like, you know, Boomstick and Peacock, is that the one you play?
I play with the Roadrunner.
Oh, Roadrunner.
Not the Roadrunner. Sorry. It's the Flamingo.
Flamingo and Peacock. They need to go through full certification, and full certification can take 8 weeks, and 50% of those are failing. So figure 16 weeks, maybe more if you fail twice. So figure, you know, it's a 2 or 3 month process to get certified. It's good and bad. I wish they could have figured something out to where it fell to the end of the year.
Yeah.
There's reasons why they didn't.
Yeah.
But what's good is the fact that 50% of paddles are failing testing. That's actually a good thing. That just means that UPAA is taking it seriously and they're actually getting paddles that
hold on.
don't have too much grit or don't have too much pop.
Yeah, but I don't think they're drawing the power back very much. You were there, so you can tell me better. But like the power metric is essentially the Pro 4. But they're dropping the spin back. And literally every player that I've ever spoken to is like, increase the spin, let the spin run wild. That's more of a technical thing. Like you can create spin, draw back the power.
Right. They're not drawing back the power. They're not drawing back the power. It is right around a Pro 4. You're correct. That's a good metric. They're just not letting it go further, and they're not letting people get away with tricks to basically get a paddle certified, and then you see it on the court and you're like, wait a minute, this
Right,
is
it's
not
different now.
This is not the Pro 4. This
Sure.
is 10 miles an hour faster.
But I just don't understand why the voice of the players wasn't heard well enough to say, okay, yeah, let's draw back the power and increase the spin.
I think
And
you
they
know
literally
why.
went the other way. Okay,
There's
sure.
It's a lot of money from really big companies that are selling half the paddles in the world right now are Pro 4s. You're going to eliminate those? Like, probably not.
Well, yeah, you don't have to eliminate it, but I mean, you could draw
That's
it back a little bit, call it the Pro 5, and then keep the grit, or even increase the grit, and then just draw back the power on the next version. I guess inventory had a lot to say with that, but I don't understand the drawback of the spin.
It's not even inventory. What about the ones that have already been sold? Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of paddles.
Sure.
Agassiz
Understood,
and Yola
understood.
4s. And
Yeah, it's a difficult problem. Like, I'm not saying I have the answer. It's just like, if you're going to change the metric,
it's
the
like
metric should have changed the other way.
Yeah. And they didn't draw the spin down that much.
Yeah, it was
They're
like 100
just
RPM.
Yeah, that's nothing.
No, it's nothing. But again, let the spin be and then draw the power back. I get the problem. I get the reasoning, but to me, that it doesn't solve the problem. So it's like, whatever. And maybe by their view, there is no problem. So whatever.
Exactly. I think they're somewhat happy with
Where it's at.
Where it's at.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But now we got a ball that, and I love the fucking lifetime ball, but if you had a fluttering drop, it bounces 2 feet over the net. Or when off the bounce, just fucking rifling balls. I don't know.
Wait, so you're saying you're not happy with the lifetime ball now?
No, I love the lifetime ball. But I'm just saying it's already faster and it already bounces higher. So now we're creating, a scenario where the ball's up and you can absolutely cold cock and rifle somebody. Yeah, I'm not thrilled with that. I'd like to see the power drawn back so that you have a shot at that ball and, maybe the full bag goes away a little bit.
Yeah, got it. So Graham, you went to Pro Pickleball Labs last week and saw the new testing. What did you see?
Yeah, they basically just gave a tour of their entire lab,
Mm-hmm.
what you have to go through to get approved. We got to see all the machines. It was very nice. I thought when I first walked in, I thought, man, it's a huge mistake by UPAA and Pro Pickleball Labs because these companies are going to eat this process alive when they see how amateur it is. It's not like the most sophisticated setup. The machines are definitely high tech, probably as high tech as is out there. But it's a small, discreet little office. So it's underwhelming.
Yeah.
But, they handled questions well. They were very knowledgeable. The team was extremely educated, made up of a whole bunch of engineers, doctors, masters. It wasn't like, me and you in there, like, this paddle seems fast. It was definitely scientific.
I think that would be great, though.
This thing fucking sucks.
It's
thing's a
definitely
rocket.
it's definitely
Real sophisticated terms.
I mean, even down to the point where they go through all the balls. So right now they're using Vulcan balls. They're moving towards lifetime, but they're testing with Vulcan balls. But they have a parameter on the ball that they use for the testing. So they say sometimes they go through a box of 300 balls and none of those are tight enough inside the range of consistency to use for testing.
Interesting.
And so just the fact that they're limiting down the ball to this very specific range on how consistent the ball is. And then they only use the balls for, I think it's 48 total hits.
Yeah.
So 12 hits on 4 different sides. They mark the side. So they're definitely being very, very thorough about it. I think way more thorough than USAP is being. So I think that should make people happy.
Yep.
And then the other 2 big things I took out of it is I got to see the new machine that basically beats the paddle up while it's testing the deflection. So it's rolling it with this certain amount of pressure. It keeps rolling the paddle and rolling the paddle. And every time it rolls the paddle 10 times, it then retests deflection.
Interesting, yeah.
Brand new machine. And this is what they're using for next year. They basically want to see that this paddle, it can be rolled. They want to see how many times they roll it until it gets to a deflection rate, basically. That
Basically what the degradation rate is of the core.
not even so
Based
much the
on pressure.
degradation, but that, it can go for thousands of hits without delaminating enough to where you would see a difference, a significant difference in the speed.
That's cool.
And so that's a nice new machine they have that I don't think USAP does. And then the other cool thing they come out with now is they have a kind of like a mobile tester. So you can take it to tournaments. It's only 16 pounds instead of 200 pounds. It's a lot more cost effective. And, leagues and tournaments and clubs can purchase this and then on site be testing paddles. And so they're trying to get tournaments and sites to start buying this so they can test amateur events.
Is it their machine that they invented?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
But
and they're charging a lot for it, but it's a moneymaker, but it will improve amateur play.
But they've also done a lot of work to be able to build it.
Yeah.
And create it.
Yep.
They should charge a lot for it.
Yeah.
A lot of fucking data there.
Will that machine, but the interesting thing is they're testing paddles for UPA, but that machine will be testing to USA pickleball standards. Is that right? For local tournaments?
It's testing to UPA standards too. It's only one test, not a grit test. You have to get a different machine for that. This is just to tell if a paddle is delaminated.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Got
so
it.
it reads.
Which everyone agrees is
right.
just
So
saying,
it's like,
yeah.
imagine how many Yola 4s come into a tournament that have, have delaminated and are now 10 miles an hour faster than they were. Like out here, you see it all the time. You can hear it, you can see it. They're faster. Those paddles, if you wanted to, you could buy this machine, rent this machine, test your money ball, and take those out of play.
Got it.
Basically say, sorry, that is delaminated. You need to, just like they would, and they're gonna do on the PPA tour.
So they basically set a standard for a paddle. You at your tournament, your money ball tests the paddle, and if it's out of range from what that paddle's been set by them, that's when you know it's delaminated.
Correct.
Got it. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So my burning question though is, there was one testing machine that a while ago got stolen.
Oh, I'm glad you brought this up. I forgot. I got to hear more about this story, and I didn't get the full story, but I got a lot more than I had known in the past.
So tell us in case people didn't know, what is the lay up to this?
So the larger version of this deflection machine cost, I think, $60K.
Okay.
It weighs like 200 pounds, and they travel this machine from event to event, and you see it when you go to get your paddles tested, right? It's the machine that you see, they go down, it reads it, it goes back up. That went missing. And so it's wild because there's probably only about 12 people in the whole world that even need to use this machine. If that, it might be 6 people in the whole world. So who's stealing this thing? And if they are, who are they selling it to? That's the first question. Right? The second is, I thought it disappeared from a site. It didn't. It disappeared from the truck that was traveling it from one location to another.
Okay.
And they had it insured. So that's one thing to know. They also had it, what do you call that? It had like a tag on, an air tag.
Air tag, yep.
So so on the trip from, I think it was Bristol, Tennessee to Arizona is when it got missing. Something happened. The truck was impounded. Someone left the door open, and they're tracking the tag. So they're traveling to find this tag outside of Tennessee. They track it to a street, and the tag is beeping underneath the street.
Oh my God. So it had been like fucking concrete? Like someone laid down asphalt and it was under there?
No, like I think in the sewer system, someone washed the air tag and washed it down the sewer system.
That's just smart. That's just good criminology right there. Let's have people chase down this stream shitter air tag.
Exactly.
But you want to know where it is? It's there.
I mean, this is a great story, and I want to know more.
Yes.
Well,
please give me more Paddlegate.
At some point the machine will have to show up. Or you think they disassemble it for parts? Because no one's buying that thing.
Yeah, I don't know. That bitch down. They took it to a fucking.
They got
Lamborghinis.
recycled it.
They got Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and a fucking
deflection machine.
They're like, what is this shit? Looks expensive. Let's steal this bitch.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so that's a story I think they should do a documentary on.
I don't know if it's worth a doc. It might be worth a short, like a 15-minute.
Maybe we could film a reenactment like we did with
like,
you stealing the Labubu, or have you stealing the machine from the back of a truck.
Let's run through exactly how it happened.
But it feels like an inside job if you're asking me.
Oh my God.
I mean, come on.
You're not allowed to throw that out.
It's missing from a truck
so bad.
on the road, and they knew there was an air tag in it and got rid of the air tag?
No, these are trustworthy employees.
That's wild.
How dare you implicate people? Graham, you can't do that. You can't implicate people that you don't even know.
I didn't say who it was. I just said inside job.
Well, that's implicating people on the inside. You're minimizing the pool drastically.
Well, I'm glad that you cleared that up. I feel like we got somewhere with that story.
We
still don't know where it is, but at least we know how it got stolen.
It's still missing.
That's wild.
I don't think they're going to find that thing.
Oh, no, it's in the strip shop. Or wherever the fuck it is. What do you call it? What do they call it when they scrap for parts? Like where it's in a...
Chop shop?
Chop shop. Thank you.
That's
I kept saying strip shop. The fucking strip club. Jesus. All right, sorry.
So one thing I was going to bring up, we posted... our last episode, we reconfirmed that Andre Daescu is probably one of the best players there's out there. And we put a reel out, and people still believe that Ben Johns is just absolutely way ahead.
I wish Diescu would have won the PPA last week.
He would have if Alshon and Butch game two.
I know, that
game
would have
two
been.
was a full Butch, and he had an ATP on game point to go up 2-0 that hit the pole at the post. The dreaded HTP, is the great Dave Fleming says. Outside of that, and then Alshon, who the lob was working, went for like 3 lobs in a row and a speed up from fucking off the. All of a sudden, it was not good after that, but the first game and a half, yeah, they were better.
Do you think this week? Do you think Cincinnati? He's going to do it. He's in the semis now.
No,
and he's playing
quarters. They're going to
Yola.
the quarters.
Oh, then the quarters.
Yeah. Well, it's Friday, so quarters.
And he's playing the Yola. What do you think? You think a gold this week?
I think Yola or not, I don't bet against Andre Diescu anymore.
If he lands gold this week, some people have to come to our
What's
side.
funny is some of those comments were funny. It's like, he's got to beat Ben and win a couple golds for you to say this. It was like, he's beaten Ben and won a couple golds.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
And then like, I mean, obviously Alshon's a great player, but if you want to ask me who's a better right sider, Tardio or Alshon, I'll take Tardio all day. So it's like, there has to be some objectiveness there based on who the partner is. Count Andre's errors. Like, yeah, he's in the mix. Of course.
Mhm.
People are like, how can you say that Ben? It's like, yeah, of course. Ben is the front runner. That's clear. But if there's a guy right now who you really want to put beside him, it's Andre.
I agree. Maybe we'll eventually convince people, but people are diehard Ben John fans.
He's been around forever, and he has won a lot.
Yeah, and he's the
He's
fucking,
the great. He's the GOAT. He's the
GOAT.
greatest of all time.
That's not
but
even debatable.
at the moment,
It's not even debatable.
you might take Diescu.
Yeah, interesting. So let's take a look at some interesting headlines that came out. Alshon had a very interesting call of a hindrance in Vegas with a phone call that happened right before he was about to return the ball or serve the ball.
He's about to return, yeah.
Return. What do you guys think on that? Do you think that's a valid hindrance or no?
I don't really have like a definitive answer. What I'll say is, and this is what people kept saying on like in my little debates. They look at other sports, you shoot a free throw, there's noise. The only counter to that I have is generally in an NBA game, it's all like, consistent noise. It's not like a random individual pop.
Yes.
That's much more distracting. Like continuous noise is not bad, not a big deal. But honestly, like I think when you're playing tennis or pickle, the first thing that you listen to for spin, speed, everything is the sound.
Mm-hmm.
So if that is disrupted, it's hard. Now, do I think it should be a hindrance? Like no, I don't think it should be a hindrance. But sure, if it's a singular noise out of nowhere, it is distracting. But yeah, probably just play on.
Yeah. And then there was a second one with, I don't know, you tell me the story.
Zane Ford fucking like booted a water bottle across the court, but it was like the court next to Alshon, so he stopped play again. And you can see he was almost like in shambles when he was on the sideline because the ref was like, it's on the other court, point. And he just sits down like, just went through this. I just went through this. I got it wrong again. So like I thought it was actually a good reaction. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. I wish they would just let continuous noise happen as opposed to trying to keep everyone quiet. Like that's something tennis does. And, maybe it makes it a little more difficult to hear the spin and hear the speed, but I think it's better than trying to hush everyone up.
Yeah. What do you think is, knowing with the pickleball players that are on tour right now and the things that they call hindrance on or the way that they react to certain things, do you think that they're more resilient or less resilient than tennis players?
Less, I would think. I would think less. But I mean, that's just a split judgment. I'd have to really think about it, but I think less. A hindrance in tennis is so uncommon, but in pickle, it's like you can hit a ball and be like, yeah, and then all of a sudden the guy makes a great get, and oh shit,
right?
That happens a lot more often. So I would think that people are like searching for the point more often, being like, hey, look.
Yeah,
like the Paris thing where she hits the ball and said, yeah, and then like that doesn't happen really in tennis ever.
You think that's unique to the game style itself, or is it like I
just think that it's the nature of the closeness in the sense that like it's I don't want to say like more aggressive, but people are maybe a little bit more animated, yelling a little bit more, and I think you're like it's less predictable in the sense of like what people are going to get back and what's going to work. And tennis, it's a little bit more structured, refined.
Do you have a take on that, Graham?
I don't like hindrance calls.
No.
I probably part of it is I'm not as focused as a pro player is, but I've never once been like, oh, that noise messed up my shot. Like, I don't understand that. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
You never had
But Graham,
that?
like you go to the wrong side every time too. So you're not a good case study here.
I just like, you could probably smack me in the face on hitting the ball. And I'm like, I could have handled that.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That you're that zoned in on the ball. And
Not even zoned in on the ball, just noises everywhere. I don't know. It doesn't affect me. The stomping of the feet, the cheering, that you could cheer on every single shot if you want to. I mean, I usually talk while I'm playing. So there's a sign, right? Like I'm telling people, great shot. Oh crap, it's gonna be a tough
God.
one.
And
Oh,
literally
God.
everyone says, Graham, please don't do that. He floats the ball. Oh God, you guys about to hit the ball. All the time. It's just so annoying.
All right,
He
tell me
does
this.
that.
Tell me this. Do you, when you're doing work or you're doing homework when you were younger, did you like listening to music or watching the
That's
TV?
not the same thing.
To me, it is
No, it's
because
not.
I'm focusing in on work. And
But
if the
again,
no-
you're not responding to a sound. Like, it's particularly in tennis, you listen to the sound of exactly how the ball sounds, or boom, to tell you how fast it's going, how much spin is on the ball. That is your first
Yeah,
judgment of
but-
how the ball is responding.
but if the sound is happening before or after the distraction, then what does it matter?
But-
It had to happen at the
At
exact
contact.
moment.
Sure. Sure, at
Moment that
contact.
you're listening for that sound.
Yeah. No, I think
When
it's
does
just,
that happen?
I think
Almost
it just-
never.
I think it'd just be jarring when it's a single individual sound. Like I said, I think continuous noise should be allowed. Just let it fucking go. Let people talk. Let their phones go off. Let people interact, and then everyone just plays. And
But
you
to
deal
do
with it.
that, you have to be okay with when there's not noise, a single noise comes out, letting it go.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. You have to essentially take away a hindrance entirely.
And
Other
the-
than like if a player yells at you during a point, that's different.
Right.
But
And
it's
the,
coming from the
and the
crowd,
cheering for
leave
a
it.
clear winner and then someone saying that, trying to get the point back because of hindrance is crazy to me. It's like you got smoked.
Right.
Don't try to find some weird technical reason why you're going to get the ball back.
Yeah, some people have done that to me too, and I'm always like, did it affect the play at all? No. Then what are you fucking doing?
Yeah.
Like, don't try to look for the out.
Yeah.
That's the same as Mo trying to take match point and just call it out no matter what.
Match points. It's
Yeah.
a plural.
That's the same to me. That's
Yeah.
the same move. Like, ow.
Yeah, you're cheating. You're essentially cheating. Yeah. You're trying to get an advantage by something that's not fair.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess let's talk about that because that was a big deal. I don't know when that happened. Yesterday, that all came out. he was
Yesterday, yeah.
playing Tyson.
It seems to happen every time Mo plays, maybe.
Like, so
It
how
happens a
many
lot.
how many match points? It was match points against singles Tyson McGuffin.
Was it 4?
The memes put out 3, and 2 of them were for sure well in. The third one on the baseline, or the middle one that they showed, like, it's close enough that I could give the benefit of the doubt. But the other 2, there's no benefit of the doubt. It's
Yeah.
just those are fucking
Did they
blatant.
not have replay on that court?
No.
Wow, that's fortunate for Mo, huh?
Yeah.
So what did the what did Tyson say during that?
Tyson May said everybody on tour knows, stop doing this, stop doing this.
5 people contacted me before this match to warn me
Right.
that you do this.
You know, like I've made points on this before.
Yeah,
The problem that I have is like when someone tries to act like the good guy and then you have the audacity to go out and you lack integrity. It's just bottom line. Like if you came out here and you cheated us like that, you fucking better hurry out.
Yeah.
Get out to your car. It's not fun. You know, like you have to play to respect your opponent. And I just don't think he has that. And I honestly, I empathize with him because something's wrong in his brain to think that that's normal, that that's okay, that you can essentially steal from someone and then act like no big deal. We're buddies. I don't like
Yeah.
that, you know. And look, I think Tyson did what Tyson does, which is handle it how he handles it and handles it diplomatically and, you know, kind of corporate HR kind of shit. But he's such a large voice in the sport. I wish that he would have been like, we've got to figure out a way to ensure that this doesn't happen anymore. We're trying to legitimize ourselves. We have gambling getting in. You can now bet on Kalshi. If I'm betting on Tyson in that match and that's taking place, I'm like, I'm not fucking betting on pickleball ever again until this is cleared because I don't want to deal with this shit.
Well,
This is
do you-
insane.
Do you think that is the introduction of gambling is affecting this particular instance?
No.
Because the
In
PPA,
what regard? Like what? Someone's betting
the
on it?
PPA put like a video out with him being like, you know, saying,
Oh, and then they took it away.
yeah, like so. It feels like the message is being pretty controlled tightly here.
And it probably should be. They probably have to do a little damage control there because look, gambling is a big thing. Like people go to jail when they fuck with an NBA game's outcome.
Right,
So you have to be careful with this. People are putting money on the line. They're not going to be like, oh, no big deal. It happened.
right.
And look, I just hope, I honestly, I don't wish anything bad on Mo. I don't. But he needs some fucking help. Like that this is not acceptable. He needs to be reprimanded. And then hopefully someone can get through to him and be like, look, you're a good player, a really good player, especially in singles. respect your opponents, play fairly, and if you do so, everyone will root for you.
Yeah.
But if you continue to do this over and over and over and over and over and over, and I mean, this is like the 50th match I've seen where he's fucking cheating.
Yeah.
You're not going to get the benefit of the doubt as he asked for. No chance. Why would I give you the benefit of the doubt? That's insane.
Yeah.
So yeah. Someone wrote too, like, well, the ref never overruled it, so why should he be penalized? It's like, if I go in and fucking rob a Rolex, but I'm caught on TV, but the cops haven't arrested me, it doesn't mean, or the owner didn't catch me, it doesn't mean I'm not guilty.
Sure.
Like, I just haven't been caught. And he was caught. Like, it just bothers me. I don't understand the logic behind it. He's a good player. He just needs some.
Did you see who came to his defense in the comments?
Pablito.
Huh?
Pablo
did?
Hey,
no, I didn't
yeah.
see that one.
Oh, he did. And I basically told him, like, right away, like, stop this shit, man. Don't do that.
What did Pablo say?
He's like, something like, if you slow him down but he and I have had this conversation before. He's like, no, he's a nice guy. I'm like, yeah, sure. He's a nice guy, but he's fucking cheats. And I don't think those two can coexist in my world anyway. But he was like, if you slow two of them down, they look out. It's like, stop it. Pablo, stop. Two of them were for sure in. One, maybe you could make the argument that it was out, but they're egregious. They're bad calls.
Yeah.
I saw Michelle come to his defense, and I thought that was funny.
That's interesting.
Oh, no way.
Like,
really?
be yourself. Don't let them put out your flame. It was like a whole like inspirational talk about not letting people get to you.
You gotta let Dahmer be himself too. Just don't put out your flame.
It wasn't exactly those words, but something along those lines. Like, keep your head up.
Do whatever you want. Be
you.
who you are. Until you start fucking with other people's job, livelihood, well-being, then don't be who you are. Adjust who you are.
But these things work themselves out. Like, it's same thing at Crescent. People don't want to be your partner anymore because they're embarrassed to play with you. People don't want to have you on their team because they don't want that reputation of team. Like, it'll work itself out.
Yeah, I understand.
And then when you get on TV, like the Bears or Rafa is a great example. Like, Rafa used to pull that all the time. Now there's replay. Suddenly, they were just,
when I play Rafa now, I think there's zero chance he'll cheat me.
He doesn't do it at all.
Not at all.
It's the opposite. He'll be like,
he'll give me calls.
I think that ball was in, and we're like, it looked out to us. He's like, no, you guys take it.
Like, Trav, what do you think?
What do you think? Yeah.
I think it caught. It caught.
He definitely does the exact opposite now, which I find hysterical. It's great.
The only other thing I was going to say about Vegas, the rollout courts. Why are we still playing with rollout courts? It seems like
I actually had a really good discussion with a PPA employee about it. It's like they are getting to a point where maybe that's not the case, but the amateurs don't care that much. And it's like you have to kind of value at this point at times venue over the quality of the court. And they're trying to weigh that. Like, which one is more important? Is being directly on the strip more important than showcasing the absolute best playing product? And I think it's a difficult question. When you have the pros only who are really concerned about that, and the majority of the amateurs really don't give a fuck, then it is what it is. And I'm sure there's a lot of amateurs who do, so I don't want to like shit on that. But I think it's a difficult question. They're looking for the right solutions. And I think they're leaning towards like, yeah, we're getting to the point now that our product is so good, we need to ensure that the best product is put out there on the rig.
Yeah.
It's going to get better every year because there's more and more clubs that are in great locations that also have good courts indoors. So that problem will go away naturally with a little bit more time too.
And what was said that was interesting? It's like they're shipping these big rollouts, and if they get them brand new or essentially brought in, they can get a couple of the courts basically perfect. But it's when you have maybe one that was shipped on the bottom, or the fabric is like essentially in a crimped position, you can never correct that. So it will always have like some slight deformity. So like the precision it takes to make the court perfect, if the fabric stretches a little bit, it's impossible. So it's like one little deviation, one little thing that accidentally sat on top of that product while it's shipping, you're fucked. So it's a very, very difficult thing to use them. Only in the absolute perfect circumstances are rollouts no big deal.
Yeah, we have them, and they weigh a ton, and they are very hard to lay out.
Right.
It takes like 24 people to do it right.
Yeah.
It's a pain.
And they work their asses off. Like, they're out there trying to flatten them. They find a spot that's lifted. They're trying. It's a very, very difficult problem.
Yeah. Nice.
Do we not have a court cam going today?
No.
Why?
Fans didn't want it.
Oh, stop. We couldn't make it small, or it makes no sense small.
I don't think it makes sense small.
Oh.
People want to see your faces.
That's just some
People
fans.
want to be indoors.
That's a couple. That's like, it was like one
majority.
person said,
But they all
I'd like
think about it.
I'd like it to, I'd like the faces to be bigger. I disagree with that. I don't know
You
what
do?
they're looking at when the screen is
Graham,
bigger on us.
This is why other pods that are far inferior have sponsors, and you keep leaving us in this fucking dirt bin where I'm getting burned and I'm getting scabs on my arms.
All right, just wait. I guarantee
Can we
you
do a consensus on that? Can we please?
I guarantee you the comments this week, it's going to be like, where's the live play?
Okay.
Why was it not there?
See. Let us
There's
know.
now that you said there's gonna be like 5 people put it. Can we just do this? Please put in the comments. Do you prefer indoors with clarity?
Clarity. It was like half nighttime in the place with no air conditioning.
Okay, now the air conditioning is fixed thanks to your guy who saved me a shit ton of cash. Your fucking guy. Whew. What a guy. Anyway, it's perfect. The club will be better, but do you prefer indoors or do you prefer when we're at the Crescent, which is the Mecca? I love it. I just like it when it's like this. This is a beautiful day, 70 degrees. By the way, fucking St. Pete right now is plush.
Yeah.
But
It's pretty
what's the
good right now.
preference?
And if you want to see
Please
his
do tell.
faces or not.
Yeah, I don't know what seeing the faces does.
Well, Travis has got his heart eye glasses on.
I didn't have any glasses. They're Rowan's.
Excellent.
I was cleaning out my car. This is the only one.
Can we be the first podcast that allows you to choose which frame you want to be large? Is that a technology that exists?
No, I don't think so.
Unbelievable.
I mean,
you need
I
to
guess
create that. That
you
might,
could
that could
upload
take
2
off.
videos, one with it big, one with it small, and we could see which one does better. All right, so moving on then. We can now bet. Yeah, this app, Kalshi. You guys used that before?
I used it to.
I've had a Kashi bar before.
Yeah, I've hit it. No, it's not a Kashi.
Oh.
What are you doing? He said that as a joke, and it wasn't funny.
That was yeah,
Got it, though, didn't you?
yeah. I got it immediately.
No, because you sold it so bad. I look over. He's like, if you did it without the smirk, it would have been good. Smirk fucked it. Yes, I have lost money on Kalshi before. I have never won on Kalshi. In fact, I've bet 2 bets and I lost them both.
Oh, can we edit that out? Because I was going to suggest, if we really want to get this pod big, we become the experts on picks. But I don't need you saying you're 0 for 2.
Don't worry. It wasn't pickleball. It definitely wasn't pickleball. I'm not allowed to bet
What
pickleball.
do you guys think our new segment is? We do some research and we give
do
you some
picks.
expert picks on
I like that.
how to win some money.
I do
and
like
we'll
that.
put our own money up too with it.
Well, I'm not allowed to do that.
It's the balls pick of the week.
I can't gamble.
Oh, okay. I
You
can.
no,
Yeah.
you can't either.
Tell me
You're
why?
affiliated because you're an owner, an MLP owner.
I'll
I'm
bet.
not betting on MLP.
I'll
It
bet.
doesn't matter. You're not allowed.
Really?
Mm-mm.
I
I don't know if you are either.
There's no way.
What? Go read the fucking rules, man.
All right, then we need our baddies to bet for us. We'll
just,
get
we'll
them
just put
some.
the picks out. All right.
Yeah, we'll
We'll
put
put
out
the
some
picks
primo
out.
picks. That's going to get you wins, and let's start keeping track. And this could be our new business. Forget the podcast.
This is our business.
We're picking Kashi bars.
Yeah.
We're Kashi barring up a storm.
Kashi bars. That's where it's at. That's
Don't
funny.
you think?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if we can make money, then I mean,
Are we allowed to suggest picks as?
I'm
I
going to
think
send
so.
you the rules.
well,
We can have
what
our
rules are
lawyers
they?
look over it.
What are
Oh,
you
yeah.
talking about? There's no way I can't gamble on pickleball.
You cannot gamble on pickleball. I'm 100% sure on that one.
I don't believe that.
Well, then you're wrong.
All right, someone needs to look into this.
I looked into that portion. You're wrong.
All right.
I haven't signed anything to say I can't bet.
That's
Me
not
either.
relevant.
I don't know how that works.
No one
it's
signs
all about
anything says they
affiliation.
can't bet.
About affiliation.
well,
Insider
I don't know.
information. We're doing insider trading right now. They think that I got the ins on who's injured, who's going to tank, who's going to blah, blah, blah.
Oh, we do have that.
Well, yeah,
Exactly.
That's,
That's
the
why
whole
we're allowed to
point.
bet.
Oh. All right, we're going to give some killer picks.
Yeah. Yeah.
As a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to get walked off in handcuffs in like 2 weeks by Kashi Bar.
And
That's so
Kashi's
funny.
going to come in
I
and
love it that
fucking-
like we'll be like put the pics up like we're not betting guys, but each week we'll come with more expensive clothing. Our pot will get real,
Yeah.
real
Can
nice.
we
Rolex
sell?
out.
All right, tell me this. Can we
sell
sell
our
our
picks?
picks?
I have no idea. And no,
That-
probably not.
Oh my gosh, who knew?
Can we? I will send it to you. You can figure out what we're allowed to do and not to do.
Oh, where's the
Damn.
line? Where's the line of people who can and can't bet? That's a weird line.
I don't know.
It is a weird line.
Like
It's
if
a
I
little
work,
hazy.
if I work for UPA, can I bet?
I don't believe so.
Whoa.
Crazy. Well, we'll still put pics out.
I gotta say, I don't agree with. If this is true, I don't agree with it because I'm thinking
Well,
this through.
people are very concerned with
This
what
is
you agree
absurd.
with.
This is absurd. I mean, isn't it like 6 degrees from Kevin Bacon? What's it matter if I if I tell somebody what I think the good pick is? I know I'm somehow connected to almost everyone in some way.
Yes,
It's this,
right.
They can gamble. What's the difference?
How
Let
far,
everyone gamble.
yes.
That's
How
stupid.
far away from the inside of training do you have to be before you can bet?
That is a dumb rule. Unless you're the actual player and you're gambling on or against yourself. Other than that, it should
Unless
be
you're
fair
Pete
game.
Rosing up a storm.
Yes. Other
I
than that,
agree.
it doesn't make sense why you would ban anyone else from gambling.
Yes, it does.
Because everybody can
Makes
get that.
very good
Everybody can
sense.
get the same info that I get.
That's
through-
not true at
Through
all.
somebody else. Yes, it is. Because I can tell anyone that info.
Agree to disagree.
Wow.
But I appreciate your passion about this. It's good to
Yeah.
see you alive.
I'm not happy.
I'll come next week with some Kalshi lines and we'll like put them out.
That's it. We're going to be the guys.
Yeah.
We're the guys.
People
to do
are gonna
the
listen
lines.
to
Oh, we're
this.
definitely the fucking pickers. Just whether we can put those picks out is the question.
Right.
I'm not going off in cuffs. I've got enough problems.
All right, we gotta.
The best thing about it is if our picks are bad, then our podcast is
Right.
called Bad Calls. It doesn't even matter.
That is great.
It's a win-win for us.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
But they're not going to be bad. They're going to be good.
Oh, they'd be great.
You saw I did what is it? Fantasy pickleball for all Florida, which maybe I'm not allowed to do that either. But we're right at the top of the list for that.
Me
We're
and
picking
you?
people we don't even know that we know we're going to win, and they win.
God, you have such. I wish I had confidence in my decision making like you do.
Yeah.
Your
Luke, did-
confidence is
Luke,
incredible.
did we not pick some winners?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we did.
Okay.
You literally just spoke as if because you picked it, they won.
That's the kind of
That's the
manifesting.
No.
that's the kind of vibe you gave. I don't even know who these people are, but I picked them and they win. You know why? Because I fucking said so.
I'm just saying. They told me to pick the players that were going to win this league. I picked them, and they won.
Graham's
Graham, I-
crystal collection is polished real nice.
Amethyst.
They're
Guys,
charged up.
amethyst.
They're charged up.
I'm
Yep.
not a collector. I don't like collections.
Yeah, Graham has one pair of shoes,
I'm a minimalist.
a fucking pair of shorts, and 24 Sunday swagger shirts, and he moves back and forth between two residences.
You
It's
don't like
very weird.
collections?
No,
Except for paddles.
I
have
don't
a-
even collect paddles.
You did. The KB, don't start.
Oh, I've got some paddles.
You've got
but
some
that's,
fucking
that's
unique
for
ones.
research purposes.
Okay.
I'm not displaying them.
Stop it.
What about trading cards? Pickleball trading cards. Is that
I-
a collection?
I've only got Travis
He's got some
and
Red
Annalie
Myers.
Waters.
Okay.
I mean,
How
side
many
by
is-
side.
How many before it becomes a collection?
3.
Okay.
Yeah, a couple, no. A few, yes.
3 is a collection.
I feel like it
Yeah.
should be like a
Why?
dozen.
Are you guys collectors? Do you guys collect stuff?
Absolutely not.
I could see Luke collecting things for sure.
I used to collect stuff.
What? Like spoons? What?
I used to collect Beanie Babies.
Oh my! Did that work out
Say
for
that
you?
out loud.
No.
Please don't say that out loud.
How much did you cash those babies in for?
I don't
Those
remember.
Beanie
I was
Babies made
very
a
young.
fortune.
Yeah, collected those.
Okay, what else?
When I was really young, I used to collect breath mints.
You heard, like what?
Breath mints.
Did they go up in value?
No, I just wanted to see how many I could collect, different kinds, and then I ate them all in one go.
Damn.
Whoa.
My dad let me take his Mickey Mantle rookie card to show and tell when I was like 7, worth basically mint. And he got back from school and he's like, "Where's the card?" I crumpled it up in my pocket and took it out
Oh,
like this. Things were hundreds of
no.
thousands of dollars today. Hundreds of thousands.
No.
Swear to God. He had a huge collection. I fucked them all up.
Well, that's his fault. He's
That's
an
his fault.
idiot.
Exactly. I don't think he was paying attention. Like, "Dad, can I take this to school?" He's like, "Yep."
Oh,
Get the fuck outta here.
Wow,
my
that's
gosh.
I don't even
crazy.
look.
What did
You
he
know?
pay for it? Do you know?
I think he got as a kid in like a fucking Tops thing, you know? When he was
Come
young.
on.
Swear.
That can't be a real story.
It's absolute fact.
That's so awesome.
Wow.
I had some great cards. I had like Barry Bonds rookie card too. I was
Where are they now?
probably lost him in the divorce. Who knows?
Yeah.
No, I have no idea. I don't know.
Wow. All
I can tell
right.
you. Probably one more thing I didn't receive in my lineage.
I think you got to collect something, Graham. I think you need to find something. Collect.
No, I don't. No.
You used to collect old rackets too. That was a good one. He had like the
Old
T2000, T3000, the old Jack Kramers, kind of the historical shift of tennis rackets. Yes. The original graphite prints. Some good shit.
Hmm.
Do
Okay.
I don't know where those are either.
I don't believe in collecting things. If
Okay.
you want something, just go buy it from a collector.
Okay.
Like Riley Newman.
Why
You
you
can buy all Riley
yeah,
Newman
exactly.
stuff.
You get all Riley Newman stuff. Like-
All right, we're going too far with this.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's a discussion I wanted to have with you. I was talking with you about this the other day, how after you get to a certain level in singles,
Right.
you got to stop training singles.
Oh, yeah. This is your theory.
What is your theory? You
Okay, so I just see all these like up and comers. They're typically tennis players. They have a good tennis background and they become very good in singles right away, right? Like that's where they
Yeah.
pop off first. And we can name probably dozens of people like this. Chris Hayworth being one of them. I think if you're trying to make it a career in pickleball, once you get to a certain level of ability in pickleball singles, you need to stop dedicating any real amount of time towards getting better at singles. I think that you need to put all of your focus first into gender doubles and then secondly into mixed doubles. And then to keep yourself having fun and enjoying yourself, a little bit of singles.
You know what's funny is Chris Hayworth actually has an interview where he says he barely ever practices singles.
Smart. And that's why he's getting so good at doubles. But think like Lucian. I want to like get Lucian and say, okay, man, you've conquered the singles world. You've gotten probably as much as you can out of that. Focus 90% of your time on doubles.
Yeah, but then there's also the other alternative, like other people are going to keep improving. You need to maintain that level in singles because that's your bread and butter.
But what's it going to, if he wins 10 gold medals in singles, what's that going to get him in pickleball?
I mean, yeah, to be the guy, you have to win in multiple events, but there's also a skill set translation that might simply not be there. But I'm not disagreeing with you. I think you continue to practice all of your skills. And I think a lot of it is circumstantial, Graham. Like if he doesn't have the 4 great players to practice with like they do in Boca, who's he playing doubles with?
He's got to figure that out if you want to become a full-time pickleball pro.
You say figure that out, but it's not that simple. You have to have 4 guys that are literally like 6'4", 6'5",
right.
2-person
He's got to move to Boca, or he's got to move to Austin.
But that's the only option.
Right. What I'm saying is it should be like 80%, 75% gender doubles, 15% mixed, and 5 or 10% singles.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
You can?
That's fair. Yeah, just as long as he has the right practice partners.
Okay.
If you're going out and drilling doubles and practicing skills, it only translates to a certain extent.
I just see a lot of these people because they're good at it, which makes sense. You just keep doing it because you have success and it feels good, right? And it's like, okay, I want another singles event, but it's not climbing you up the ladder or making you more money or getting you closer to being a full-time, pro. That's my comment.
I can go with that.
Okay, cool.
That's what Tyra did.
Right, isn't it?
Tyra crushed in singles, beat Anna Lee, and then immediately stopped playing singles and was like, now I have doubles partners.
Smart.
Yeah.
She's smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
So it's like I only did singles to make a name so people would pick me in doubles.
Right. And I'm saying is Lucian's done that.
Yeah.
Right? Now Lucian needs to full-time go into doubles.
Kind of what Kaysen did too.
Kaysen's a great example. There's tons of great examples of this, right? Chris Hayworth is one of them too.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Good take.
All right.
Great. All right. What else you got? That's how I ran out of my topics.
That's all I had.
That's it until Cincinnati finishes. That's all I got.
Hell yeah. All right. Thanks, baddies. Let us know if you like to see their faces.
If you want it indoors or outdoors. Thank you.
Outdoor.
Hearts. Love.
And picks coming for next event.
Picks.
Get ready.
We will. Yeah, that's a good one.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.